when I read the story, I did not know who the other actors are going to be in it. So I genuinely wanted to be part of the film, irrespective of who was going to be playing what.
What sort of offers have been coming your way?
There are scripts that I've been reading, there are people I've been meeting, but there's nothing I've signed on, so it's a little irrelevant and immature to, to talk about it. I think it's too early.
But there have been talks, as such.
There have been talks, yeah. There have been. There are always talks, We are always talking. That's an actor's life. Everybody's always talking. There are films always about to happen.
Nimrat Kaur patte nahi kholne wali hain.
Hanji.
She's not really just opening her cards.
Yeah.
And a lot of other advertisements that you've done. I think that's something which really gets a lot of notice for any.
Yeah, I
actor.
think it's great. See, I'm not a Bombay girl. Now I am, but I've come here about 9 years back. I came here solely to be able to make a career out of performing arts.
Now, when a movie serves, I think because it is, I think, a work of art, because mostly we have commercial cinema in Bollywood, but this one will be like a work of art. It's not like a arty film which we have that
So
disdain
glad you
for.
said that.
It is entertaining for sure, but it is a work of art because why I say that is because as I think any art, what it does is that it's a reflection for any common person, that you find some sort of reflection of yourself, and when you see the backstories of all the characters, be it your backstory, the way your father is, and the way your father just passes away because of the entire lung cancer bit, Irfan's wife, and how he just comes to terms with the Ye Jo Zindagi part in his loneliness, and the auntie ji and her husband, and the way he's looking at the fan all the time, and she finding some sort of entertainment by the mere fact that he is looking at that fan, and she's cleaning the fan, and the mere fact that he is alive is very, very important for her as a person. Those are bits which come out subtly, and it is something which is a reflection of any common life whatsoever, and
Exactly.
I think that makes it very special as well.
It does, which is so special because it's such a local story. It's about anybody that you may or may not have known, but there is a reflection of something that you have always kind of felt about people around you. It could be a neighbor, it could be your mother's friend, or something or the other, and it's genuinely a story that is based around a very tangible, real situation, which is why I think the magic realism of it works so well. Whatever little ingredients are thrown into the film, where there are these magic coincidences that keep happening between the two stories, and how they just overlap every now and then. They just stitch the film together so well. I think that runs so beautifully, and that's probably the reason why it's resonated so well anywhere we've taken the film, whether it's been France or Amsterdam or Sarajevo, or now it's about to go to Toronto, and then it's going to have an American release next year. Sony Pictures have picked it up for a reason. So it's just basically a very local story with a global appeal.
All the talks of it is going for the Oscars, and I hope that it really happens, and it surely just takes the film to another level. But apart from that, for just being a part of a movie at so early part of your career must have been special, because as an actress I think you're shining very, 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 very brightly, because it seems like an effortless performance. You're not acting per se. It's like you are in that situation, all that, like the way you're just trying to just seduce your husband in a very, very subtle manner. I think it's really cute actually, but it's coming across in a very, very real manner. So there's no acting per se. You are that person. I think you will be known as Ela for some time for sure now, which will be like a big compliment as an actress for you. So enjoying the entire experience, the way it's.
When I read the story, I did not know who the other actors are going to be in it. So I genuinely wanted to be part of the film. Irrespective of who was going to be playing what, and it was just getting better from there on. When I committed to the film, and Ritesh was sure that that Irfan was playing Sergeant's character and Nawaz was playing Sheikh's character. From there on, it's just been so special. I mean, it's just been a space where you just had to stay true to the script. I mean, that was my first promise to myself, that I don't want to do anything in this. I just have to be, because it is a film where you just have to be. and the beauty of it is the capturing of those moments, you know, because in between trying to do things happens life, you know.
Absolutely.
It happens in a day-to-day thing as well. We know we have plans and we are going to do this and I'm going to travel there and I'll make money and I'll buy a car, but finally life happens in between these things. It's
Absolutely.
So somewhere for me to be honest with that and not try to be simple or not try to do anything was my biggest struggle, because there were no tangible scenes in the film, you know. It was just a lot of being. And even
many times the silences and the mere facial expressions, like the way you're just looking at your daughter while she's downstairs and you're just telling her to just move on towards that auto was something, man. The way it was loaded with the kids was something, and that's a practical reality that happens, but it was funny as well. What sort of offers have been coming your way? And I think you should capitalize on whatever good stuff must be.
Actually, the film hasn't released yet, so it's a little bit too early to expect offers as such.
But a lot of people from within the industry have seen it.
They have, and I've been getting some wonderful responses from some industry insiders. But the idea is, I think that right now I'm not really in a rush to sign on anything.
No, absolutely, you should not be.
Yeah, I think there are scripts that I've been reading, there are people I've been meeting, but there's nothing I've signed on, so it's a little irrelevant and immature to talk about it. I think it's too early.
But there have been talks, as such.
There have been talks, yeah. There have been. There are always talks, you know. We are always talking. That's an actor's life. Everybody's always talking. There are films always about to happen.
Nimrat Kaur patte nahi kholne wali hain. She's not really just opening her cards. All right. No, that's absolutely fine. I think that's very important as well.
Right.
That you should talk when you're totally just totally clear about it. Something about your advertisement that you've done the Cadbury's and which is I think become very famous now, and a lot of other advertisements that you've done. I think that's something which really gets a lot of notice for any
I think it's great, you know. See, I'm not a Bombay girl. Now I am, but I've come here about 9 years back. I'm a Fauji kid. I've grown up all over the country. I came here solely to be able to make a career out of performing arts, and advertising is a strong way of finding a footing for yourself in the city, as well as, you know, it has the added advantage of visibility, and you learn the ropes a little bit. You understand what a camera is, you know, because when you don't really have an artistic background, or you don't have anyone in the family somewhere even to understand the vocabulary of this profession is quite a challenge. You know, like for instance, I used to watch movies, I knew actors, I didn't know that there was a camera. I didn't know what a set looks like. I didn't know there are wires and there's a vanity van, and you know, like when I went on set for the first time, it was actually really, really disappointing, because I was like, oh, so this is all you see, but there is so much going on this side,
right.
You know? So it's not all peaches and roses, and you understand that slowly as you're working. So advertising is absolutely lovely that way, because it makes you meet some wonderful people. It's a very professional industry. You are traveling, you're working with the best of the lot, some of the best, most traveled people, and it's a wonderful way of
absolutely.